Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is how to build the Valentine's Day King. So this King came out and everyone was like, well, you know, they're not going to buff him, and they just released a new version. He's okay, his crit chance is very low and his stats are not the best, but he's actually a very decent character overall. His overall kit, if you put it all together, it's decent. His relic is not the best, but we'll skip over the relic. I'm fine with skipping over the relic. So firstly, let's look at his substats. They're not the best. The crit resistance is actually very good. That crit defense is absolutely horrible though, but the crit resistance is good. Crit damage is low, crit chance is low, pierce rate not too bad, resistance is half decent, lifesteal is also very good as well. That's really it for his subsets. Onto his main cards, he has a single target poison skill, which is kind of not the best, I'm not gonna lie. It's okay, but there are definitely better skills they could have definitely gone for, especially for this character. And then, of course, he has the now very broken skill of Weak Point, which has been broken since its release and is still very broken to this day. Weak Point and Pierce are probably the two most broken skills, mainly because Pierce does a lot of damage no matter what, and a Weak Point, its Weak Point at level 1 skill can have 270% attack. If they're debuffed, and level 3 can have a lot. And his AoE as well. He has the normal King ult, which is Abyss. It's aight. It ain't the best, but it's aight. Especially because he's an exclusive character, so he's hard to obtain. But it's still good. It's still usable. It's definitely not for DPS though. But his passive is where he shines. For each fairy ally on the battlefield, increase the hero's attack-related stats by 10% and damage dealt by 10%. For each applicable ally, increase those allies' basic stats by 8%. Increase the hero's damage dealt by 30% when attacking a debuffed enemy. So not only has he got Weak Point, he can get 30% attack-related stats, another 30% extra damage dealt, and then an extra 30% damage dealt if they then debuff, which means he's going to hit really hard on his Weak Point skill. Of course, his applicable allies are Sins, that are Strength, HP, or Speed attributes. So it's either you go with Sins or you go with Fairies. I would say you probably want to go for Fairies, only because they have a lot more debuff skills. Sins, I guess you do have Barn, who's good for debuffs, but that's really it. You do lose, of course, the 30% attack rate stats you can get, but you know, it's not too bad. Overall, they do have to be Strength, HP, or Speed, means you can't use the ultimate one, Transcendent Barn, so you can't even use Barn. You can, if you wanted to, use Merlin. She might not actually be too bad because she just applies debuffs of every card you play, so you can just play the Weak Point and immediately just deal a lot of damage. His ultimate, his relic, inflicts bleed for 2 turns when the hero deals damage with an AoE skill. So that's not actually too bad. If he just spams AoE skills, not too bad. Especially if you're using people like Merlin. So like you're gonna have lots of debuffs, especially if you get like DOTs, which are damage over times. You're gonna be doing a lot of damage. This poison is not the worst, but the multiplier isn't too bad. If we look at this realistically, the multiplier isn't too bad. You probably wouldn't be running Green Sariel on him just so you can play this skill and get a debuff on everyone instead of only one person. But overall, I'm pretty sure he was in Hero Arena, like the first Hero Arena, and he was really horrible to deal with. He was really strong. Because his Weak Point AoE, like Weak Point itself, is a very broken skill. Like when Tyr comes into Hero Arena next time, it's game over. It's Tyr and Demon King, Green Freya, you know, all these characters are coming to Hero Arena, but they are reworking Hero Arena just a little bit though. That's not too bad. Gear-wise, I would say you probably want to go attack defense, because, well, if he gets crit, he's going to get Shadow Realm, so you could also go for attack crit resistance, or go attack defense and just run, also of course the crit resistance rolls to sort of make up for the lost defense, and you know, it's kind of worth it. But it's up to you how you guys want to build him. I would say attack crit. If you have attack crit set and you have a HP defense set, just use one of them. It's not the biggest thing. You can switch out your crit down pieces for your defense pieces. But of course, this guy sort of glass cannon, you want to be kind of going first because you can get all that damage dealt. Outfits wise, these are all the free ones that we've been given over the time. Relic, of course, decent stats. I don't actually like the relic on this guy. I don't mind it on the actual other Festival King. Don't like it on this one though. Stats are not too bad. 200 attack. 250 defense, 3k HP. It's kind of good. Would I recommend getting his relic over other ones? No. Unless he gets an LR. If he gets an LR, it's a whole different story, but, you know, LR melee was sort of the same. He wasn't good. He got a relic. He still wasn't good. He got an LR. He was even better. I'm pretty sure he got his LR and relic at the same time. So, but yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.